Hello everyone, welcome to the US military news. Meet the CH-53K King Stallion heavy utility helicopter. After years of development for the CH-53 series of helicopters, the formidable Sikorsky CH-53 Super Stallion now meets its large and heavier younger brother, the CH-53K King Stallion. The king is a rock, and the king will rise to the skies. The King Stallion helicopter, built by Sikorsky, is known as the most powerful helicopter the United States has ever had in its fleet, which has 3 times the lift capability of the CH-53 Super Stallion. Yes, the CH-53 series has served the United States military branches valiantly throughout the years. Still, as technology advances and more challenges arise, the King Stallion comes with an answer. With its wider cabin and capacity of over 27,000 pounds, 30,000 pounds in maximum capacity versus its predecessor, which can only carry 9,628 pounds. Yes, they look the same, but the King Stallion hull is much heavier cargo, making it the Pentagon's go-to helicopter. The US Marine Corps will definitely have loads of fun playing with their new set of toys. More importantly, serving the vital needs of the Marines during missions. With that, the Marine Corps has designated its first operational unit for the Sikorsky CH-53K King Stallion. The Marine Heavy Helicopter Squadron 461, also known as the Iron Horse Squadron, stationed at Marine Corps Air Station, New River, North Carolina, has been redesignated as the first unit to officially field the CH-53K, saying goodbye to its old, but equally formidable set of CH-53 Super Stallions. It falls under the command of Marine Aircraft Group 29 and the 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing. They won't be alone in the transition, though, a transition that will be completed in 2030. They are one of 8 aviation units to add the new aircraft, with 2 reserve squadrons and 2 development AI test squadrons. The rest of the 2nd Marine Air Wing will follow in the transition. It's been reported that the 1st, 3rd, and 4th Marine Aircraft Wings are also transitioning to the use of the King Stallion. While said to see the beginning of the phase out of the venerable Super Stallion, Sikorsky is thrilled. The Marine Corps is introducing the CH-53K King Stallion heavy lift helicopter into the fleet and is moving one step closer to initial operational capability and first deployment, said Sikorsky's CH-35K Program Director Bill Falk to the Marine Corps Times. The initial requirement for the key model CH-53 emerged out of the need to build a variant with much more lift. A Marine Corps study which looked at the combat aviation elements of a Marine Air Ground Task Force. Engineers with the key program are using a handful of new technologies to achieve greater lift, speed, and performance with the helicopter, including the integration of a new, more powerful General Electric TEF for the aircraft. In their press release, the Marine Corps explained that the King Stallion's 3 engines produce 57% more horsepower with 63% fewer parts relative to its predecessor. The King Stallion can maintain its high performance even in what the Marine Corps calls a degraded aeronautical environment. For example, the CH-53K can operate at higher altitudes on our climate. The helicopter built with lighter weight composite materials for the airframe and the rotor blades. Materials able to equal or exceed the performance of traditional metals at a much lighter weight. Earlier in the CH-53K's development, the design involves an all-composite skinned airframe 4th generation rotor blades and a combination of new air folds, taper, integrated cuff, and modified tip deflection of the blade. Also, the CH-53K uses what developers refer to as a split torque transmission design that transfers high power, high-speed engine output to lower speed, high torque rotor drive in a weight, efficient manner. The key model is a fly-by-wire capable helicopter, and also uses the latest in what's called condition-based maintenance, a method wherein diagnostic sensors are put in place to monitor systems on the aircraft in order to better predict and avert points of mechanical failure. The Marine Corps has a requirement for 200 CH-53K. Much heavier lift helicopters bring new tactical dimensions to both expeditionary and maritime warfare, as they enable more dispersed operations. Forward operating, otherwise disconnected force concentrations can be resupplied with supplies, weapons, and ammunition by heavier helicopter transportation loads, changing the tactical equation. A combat outpost in an island area in the Pacific can more easily receive reinforcements from amphibiously launched heavy-lift helicopters able to bring much greater supply loads per mission. A CH-53K would also be better positioned too. For instance, sling-load mobile artillery weapons or even light tactical vehicles into high-risk and combat areas as well.